Chapter 2: Migration of Families. Nitika's family was living in Ahmedabad. Her father got transferred to New Delhi. Nitika had to shift to New Delhi and had to join a new school there. Families shift from the place where they are living to another place. This is called migration of families. There are many reasons for migration. People migrate due to economic reasons, educational reasons, for better facilities and rehabilitation. Economic reasons. Jeetu's family lived in a village. His main occupation was agriculture. He had a small piece of land for agriculture. He was very poor. It did not rain last year and drought was declared in the village. The crops had failed as there was no water in the field. He did not have any irrigation facilities to water his field. He had no other means of earning. In the village, all the villagers were affected by the drought. He could not find any job in the village. The family was facing hunger because they did not have sufficient food to eat. Jeetu had no choice but to shift from his village and migrate to his elder brother's village with his family and cattle. There, he arranged for a small house on rent and started searching for a labor job. After a few days, he found work there and started living in that village with his family. However, it was not at all easy for him to live there. He found himself isolated in the new village. He was made to work extremely hard and was paid very less. He had lost his identity in the new village. He started missing his village. One day he got news that there is a good rain in his village this year. Therefore, he took his family and cattle back and returned to his village. Education. Dhiren is working as a labourer in Santu's field in a village. He is getting less money. He has a son, Mehul, and daughter named Pooja. Mehul is studying in class 12 and Pooja in class 10. His village, like most rural areas, lacks higher educational facilities. There are no colleges in the village. With all his hard work, Mehul passes the senior secondary examination with 95% marks. Mehul gets a scholarship from Rajasthan University in Udaipur. Dhiren decides to send Mehul to Udaipur for higher education. He wants Mehul to study hard and become a rich man one day. But he thinks that if his son goes to the city away from his family for higher education, then the expenditure of his family would increase. He would not be able to afford the expenses. Ultimately, he decides to migrate to Udaipur. When he reaches the city, he first finds a small house away from the city. He also gets a job in the city as a labourer on daily wages to earn more. His wife Sheena also starts working as a labourer on a construction site near their new home. Mehul joins the college and Pooja joins a nearby government school. The school gives free books, free education, free uniforms, free stationery to Pooja. Pooja is also happy in her new school. But Dhiren is missing his village. He decides that once Mehul and Pooja complete their education in Udaipur, he and his family would go back to their village to spend the rest of their life there. Better facilities. Hariya and his family lived in a village near Kota. He had 2 sons. He had an agricultural land, but the village did not have proper roads, big hospitals and colleges. Hariya's elder brother worked in the city. Looking at the condition of the village and the poor facilities available there, he took Hariya's sons to Kota city. He assured Hariya he would take good care of both his sons by providing them the best educational facilities in Kota. Both the sons studied very hard. They completed their higher education and ultimately got good jobs there. They were paid handsome salary. They bought a big new house with excellent facilities. They called their parents to settle in Kota forever. City life has excellent facilities for transport, communication, trade and health. But the parents missed their parental village. They visit the village on special occasions like marriages and festivals. Rehabilitation. There was a town named Galiakot in Dungarpur district. Due to the construction of the Kadana Dam on Mahi River in Gujarat, this area became a low-lying area. Kadana Dam was constructed to produce hydroelectricity, control flood, store river water for irrigation purposes, provide water during the summer and droughts. As the construction of dam proceeded, water started accumulating in the town. Therefore, the government asked the people to leave the town immediately because the town could be submerged under the water anytime. The government constructed houses for the people at a distant place and also opened new schools and hospitals there. Today, this place is known as a rehabilitation colony. Sometimes the government destroys houses and buildings built on unauthorized land. This is called demolition. The people living in such places have to move to a new place. In the previous chapter, we learned how Bhavna's grandfather migrated from Lahore to Rajkot at the time of partition. They had to leave all their belongings and property in Lahore. The entire family faced many problems after reaching Rajkot. They had to spend many days in tents and school buildings. There was shortage of food and drinking water, and the sanitary condition was also poor. Bhavna's grandfather received assistance from the local people and the government to set up a small business. The family was big. There were 7 members in the family: her grandparents, their 3 sons, Bhavna's father and 2 uncles, and 2 daughters, Bhavna's aunts, lived in a small house. After a few months, her grandparents, father and 2 uncles started a small business. It flourished and everybody worked and lived together as a united family. They strengthened their bond by giving respect to elders and loving the young ones.